Shocking farewell. Coco Gauff. Taylor Townsend and the stars unite as 29Y. Tennis sensation announces shocking retirement. It was the kind of announcement that freezes the sports world in an instant. At precisely 9:14 a.m. on a seemingly ordinary Tuesday morning, a short, unexpected, 12-sentence press release from a U.S. Tennis Federation detonated across social media. Effective immediately, American tennis star Alana Pierce will be retiring from professional tennis at the age of 29 due to ongoing medical challenges. No warning, no leaks, no rumors, just a thunderbolt striking straight into the heart of American tennis. Fans were stunned. Analysts were speechless. But the athletes who had grown up with Alana, fought alongside her, lost to her, and learned from her, they felt something far deeper than surprise. Within minutes, an avalanche of tributes began pouring in, led by none other than Coco Gauff, Taylor Townsend, and dozens of stars across the tennis universe. This was not just a retirement. It was the end of an era, a career that defined a generation. For more than a decade, Alana Pierce was a heartbeat of American women's tennis. Her rise was mythical, an underdog story told, retold, and still unbelievable. Born in Las Vegas, raised by a single mother who juggled 3 jobs, Alana grew up hitting balls against an apartment building wall because she couldn't afford coaching. By 10, she was discovered by a local trainer. By 14, she was unstoppable. By 18, she had blasted her way into U.S. Open round of 16, stunning the world with fearless hitting and warrior-level toughness. Her career was a roller coaster. Grand Slam semifinals, WTA titles, heartbreaking losses, injuries that should have forced her out long ago, and comebacks that seemed scripted by Hollywood. She became a national symbol of resilience. And that's why this sudden goodbye hit the world like a sledgehammer. The behind-the-scenes battle no one saw. Hours after her retirement broke the internet, Alana finally posted a video on her Instagram page, a quiet, simple sit-down filmed on an empty practice court. Her hands were folded. Her voice was soft. Her eyes were red. "This is the video I never wanted to record," she began. Then she revealed the truth. For the past 3 years, she had been battling a degenerative autoimmune disorder affecting her joints and muscle tissue. Some days she couldn't grip her racket. Some days she couldn't walk without help. "For a long time I lied to myself," she said. "I told myself I was fine, that if I pushed harder, trained longer, ignored the pain, it would go away. But ignoring reality doesn't cure it." The silence after her statement lasted exactly 4 seconds, yet it felt like 4 hours. Her next words broke millions of hearts. "My body can no longer do what my spirit still wants. And so today I choose myself." It was brave. It was devastating. It was undeniably final. Coco Gauff's heartfelt tribute. "She was my teacher before she was my friend." As soon as the news spread, the first major tribute came from Coco Gauff, who had been both a rival and a sister figure to Alana for years. Coco posted a long note accompanied by a photo from their first practice session when Coco was only 15. In the caption, she wrote, "Before I played the pros, I watched Alana. Before I understood this sport, I learned from her matches. She was my teacher before she was my friend." Coco explained how Alana stayed late after tournaments just to hit with her, gave her advice when Coco was nervous at her first WTA final, and comforted her after tough losses. People will talk about her forehand power, her insane footwork, her insane fight. Coco wrote, "But what I remember is how she made every player around her believe they could be better." Her final line rocked the tennis world. "Tennis didn't deserve you. We did." Within an hour, the post had exploded across the internet. Shared by millions, praised by legends, amplified by the sports world. Taylor Townsend breaks down Live. "She carried so many of us." If Coco's message brought tears, Taylor Townsend's tribute brought heartbreak. During an interview at a live tennis studio in Atlanta, Taylor was asked about Alana's retirement. She tried to answer professionally, but after only a few words, her voice cracked. "She carried so many of us," Taylor whispered before covering her face with her hands. Then came the story that no fan had ever heard. One year, during a financially stressful season, Taylor could not afford to travel to Europe for clay tournaments. She was prepared to skip the swing entirely. When Alana heard this, she quietly wired half of her own prize money to Taylor's bank account with one message: "Get on that plane. You belong here." That moment changed Taylor's entire career. She didn't do it for the cameras. She did because her heart is bigger than the sport, Taylor said through tears. "I hope she knows she saved me, not just my career, but my confidence." By the time the clip ended, the entire panel was crying, and the internet was flooded with love for Alana. A global echo. Stars from every corner pay respect. One by one, the messages poured in. "Naomi Osaka, you showed us what toughness really looks like. Thank you for your courage." IJ Swiatek, your spirit will stay on every court you ever touched. On Jabber, you always made me laugh, even on the worst days. The tour will feel empty without you. Serena Williams, legacy isn't trophies, it's impact. Yours is undeniable. Even retired icons like Venus Williams and Maria Sharapova posted heartfelt tributes, something that rarely happened for such a young retiree. It became clear this was not a normal farewell. Her message to fans: "Don't be sad for me." In the final minute of her video, Alana smiled, a small, soft, emotional smile. "I don't want people to be sad for me," she said. "I'm not leaving tennis. I'm leaving the stress, the pain, the part that hurts. But the part one love, I'm keeping that forever." She hinted at future coaching, a foundation for young athletes, and maybe even commentary work. Then she stood, placed her racket down on the baseline, and whispered, "Thank you for giving me the life I once only dreamed of." Coco and Taylor's final goodbye, a moment that broke everyone. 2 days after the announcement, Coco Gauff and Taylor Townsend flew to Los Angeles to see Alana privately. The three met at a quiet practice court, the same one where they had trained together a decade earlier. Coco hugged her first, crying softly. Taylor wrapped her arms around both of them. Then they placed a bouquet of white lilies on the center line of the court, a small tribute, a symbol of the end of a chapter, a reminder that tennis is about more than matches. It's about souls intertwined by years of sacrifice. A reporter captured one moment from a distance: Alana, Coco, and Taylor standing shoulder to shoulder, arms locked, looking at the empty court under the fading evening light. That image became the symbol of her retirement. The shock will fade, but the legacy won't. The tennis world may eventually move forward. New champions will rise. New rivalries will form. New headlines will break. But the story of Alana Pierce, the 29-year-old American fighter who chose love over pain, humanity over trophies, and peace over pressure, will live forever. Because sometimes the greatest legacy isn't a trophy. It's a heart, and hers was bigger than the sport. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.